What is going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. So we have another statue in the house. It is Nemesis. Goodness, work Slack messages. Alrighty, yeah, so we got Nemesis in the house. Super excited to open this up, see how it is. The box is surprisingly not super, ridiculously big, considering I know this is a huge statue. However, it is stupid heavy. For the most part, when because I don't take art boxes out, I find it's a waste of time. I can just lift a styrofoam directly up out of the box. Very rarely can I not do that. But with this one, I had to do the old flip it upside down because it's just so freaking heavy. But here we have it. So you can see the size of Nemesis right there, as well as, I think that's a rocket launcher. He's a big boy though. Let's look at this. Oh, mama. Check that out. Very glossy. And yeah, that's a big boy. It's bigger than most 1/3 scales, I will say. He is actually labeled as just 8 feet tall. Broly, they always have different, measurements for him, but he's usually labeled as 7'6" or sometimes 8 feet. Or even 9 feet. I swear it's all over the place on Google. But this is definitely a Sume Broly size, but I believe he may be taller. But it's definitely a similar size when I look at it. I'm not going to compare the two. I'm actually not going to set this up on the table because I don't want to have to carry the whole statue. I'm going to bring each part into where it's going to be set up because I know this statue weighs a ton because the box was ridiculously heavy. So I'm not going to set it up here. We will set it up over there, but I'm going to show you all the parts and everything as I get it out. And I wanted to give a huge shout out to Resin GK, who hooked me up once again with this statue. Got it to me in 3 business days, DHL shipped. So check out the link in the description below where you guys can utilize his website, and you can also just message him on Facebook if you're looking for a rare piece. He can help you get it. But thanks, Resin GK, for another awesome statue. Alrighty, so here is the base, pretty big. Here is a size to my foot. And some different arms. But pretty sizable base, definitely much bigger than Jill's. Alrighty, so here is the base on a 20-inch garage shelf. It barely fits. And I can't truly push it all the way back because it does hit this, but I don't necessarily need to. There's plenty of space because Jill actually isn't even totally forward. I have a little bit of space. But I kind of wanted to do the zombie dog in the middle. And I could also even bring Nemesis slightly forward, as you can see. But there is the base. As you can see, Jill's, there's a little bit extra. But yeah, this is going to look so killer. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Here's all these base parts. So we got to follow the instructions. It does want you to put Nemesis on first, but I'm going to put these on first and do Nemesis after. But yeah, there's all these things on the side, which will be much easier to do when I can gain access right now. So let's put all this on. All right, everybody. So we got the base complete. So you basically have these poles going in here, a piece of wood, that, which pegs in there, and then this handlebar to this, let's see, what's that say? Atlas portable generator. Got a bunch of wires running along here. So clearly Nemesis is creating a path of destruction. He is on a mission to kill. So pretty cool base. I like it. A lot's going on. Jill's base is definitely simpler. I mean, hers is just stairs, but she does have the zombie, a light up feature, which is, some people love it, some hate it. It's a gimmick for me, but I love the zombie on this. This is sick. Otherwise, take the zombie away, his base is better. It is quite a bit taller as well, which makes sense because she's running down the stairs. And this is still technically stairs, as you can see. Here's 2 steps. So Nemesis is on this step, running down the road in Raccoon City. But yeah, the base looks good. It has a nice weathered look to it. Looks good. I am getting Resident Evil 3 poster, so disregard Enter the Dragon. But Yeah, so we basically have everything. The only thing left is Nemesis. He does come with 3 different swap out arms. I will be using that one, of course, the rocket launcher. I believe that is the coolest look. However, before I do that one, I do want to see what the other ones look like. But I will be doing the rocket launcher pretty much exclusively because I feel that is his best look. And I actually plan to replay Resident Evil 3 since I just bought these statues for nearly $4,000. I owe it to myself to put 5 hours in to replay it because I haven't played it since release. So I bought the game so I could replay it, you know, because I really did enjoy it the first time. So I'm going to play it this weekend and beat it this weekend. I actually just beat Spider-Man 2, which, by the way, was freaking amazing. Absolutely loved it. So I do think my plan works the best to have the dog there. I'll probably scoot it back a little bit once we get Nemesis. Let's see how he looks, though. So let's put him on. All right, so we have Nemesis set up. Now, he was an absolute bee to freaking get out of that box. He was super stuck. I had to stand it up, hold the arm peg, and wiggle it out. It was quite laboring. But he's pegged into the base perfectly. Like, boom, instant in. So one giant peg here, and then his back foot is walking on the previous step. So this is like the very, very basic arm. Like, this is the arm that probably 0 people are ever going to display. But at least Prime 1 gave it to us. I'd rather have it than not have it, even if I never plan to use it. It also makes it less deep, which I guess would work for people who, let's say they're putting in a glass display, they don't have the depth. This would work because all other arms are going to be substantially deeper. So let's try the tentacle arm next, which is right there. Alrighty, so here is the tentacle arm. As you can see, it just extended the depth by probably a solid 4.5 inches. So the tentacle is coming out of the wrist. It's more or less the exact same hand, like the same, you know, pose, but you have this giant tentacle, which he did use throughout the game. So it's not like this isn't game accurate. So that does look cool. The tentacle, like it's about to chase and wrap around Jill's neck. So that is a cool option. I do like that. Of course, I'm going to be displaying the massive freaking rocket launcher, which I think is super, super cool. So I'm going to go grab that and we'll display that. That also makes it, I believe, even taller. But wanted to show this to you guys so you can see how that looks. You know, so boom, check that out. Alright, so here is the rocket launcher. Just wanted to give you guys like a size reference, just how big this is. So it is redonkulous, you know, like literally taller than Jill's entire statue. So this does attach, like the arms are reattached with a massive metal peg, and then you're going to have a peg here. So that is how this attaches. You know, and there's even a little pad there because it rests on his shoulders and attaches right there. Alrighty, so there you have it, the massive freaking rocket launcher. So it rests right there and it has that felt pad. Went in nicely. So it does make it a little bit deeper right here. This depth, not really, and width is no wider. So it's really just slightly deeper. This hand is definitely the deepest. And this, of course, does make it taller, as you can see as well. So Nemesis is actually like, the total statue is like 3 inches taller. But massive, massive rocket launcher, extremely cool. So basically, here's the complete dial, and this is pretty much how I plan to display it, sort of like this. This was kind of like my vision, you know, because this is like a very deep diorama when, you know, completely set up. It wouldn't fit right here. Like if I wanted Nemesis directly behind Jill as it's meant to be displayed, it won't fit on a garage shelf like this unless you do it this way, which is in essence how I do this. But because of this unique location of this garage shelf, I get this angle where I can see Jill, see Nemesis behind her, which is super cool. And then as I walk around, you know, I get all these beautiful angles. So I basically have like perfect viewing angles. I can look behind Nemesis, you know, and see this styrofoam that's stuck. Freaking styrofoam. Yeah, so, but let's check out Nemesis in general. So the way I kind of view him is he's basically in a bunch of trash bags. I don't know if that's 100% accurate, but that's kind of what it looks like to me. It's shiny. It looks like a garbage bag I would use upstairs, you know, a black one. It's stapled together with caution signs everywhere, almost like he's a discarded project that didn't work. He has this giant, almost like heart apparatus or breathing mechanism. It does have like a caution logo there. Can't really read it. It's very small writing. Probably need, you know, to zoom in. But that looks very cool, even as like that wiring, and that all goes in back here. Nemesis skin, like when you actually see his skin poking through the different parts of the garbage sack, they're very glossy and definitely very cool looking. Awesome looking portrait, big teeth, you know, really good zombie effect. There's really nice vein work. You know, it's a mixture of like purple, red. So very cool. You know, the skin tones look very zombie-like. You know, it has that glossy look, which works great. This thing is big, heavy, and very detailed. Got nothing you could honestly complain about. I know some people wanted some sort of light-up feature. I mean, I would never use that light-up outside of maybe once. You know, like if you wanted to light up in here. I understand why some people want it, but I would never use it. But it's a cool looking rocket launcher. It's massive, like way bigger than your typical rocket launcher that you see in the movies. This thing is freaking huge. So very cool statue, very big. This cost, what was the retail? I think $14.99 plus shipping. Non-shipping, a few $100, like if you order direct through Prime 1. Of course, I did not order direct. I went through Resin GK because I was able to get it, you know, DHL shipped cheaper than Prime 1 would charge. And no custom fees. So if you do DHL with Prime 1, you're getting hit with custom fees, usually like $70 to $200. So, you know, there's lots of advantages to not going through Prime 1 now. You know, they used to be my go-to for P1 statues, but now they've upped shipping costs. Rewards are delayed 45 days. In my case, they almost didn't give it to me on Godzilla vs. Kong. I had to hound them to give it to me. Now it's like $400 in rewards. So one thing I want to do is move the dog and move Jill back directly behind him so you can see the diorama as it's meant to be. We can also try the dog right here in front. All right, so there is the diorama connected more or less. So kind of, you know, obviously there's a gap, but most dioramas always have some sort of gap. But they do line up in terms of like that, the stairs being similar. So there it is, you know, and of course I have all this space right here to put the dog. So I can display it like this if I want to. Let's try the dog, see if we can have it face Jill. Now this dog is quite, you know, deep as you can see. So it's like literally just about to bite her. So it also technically blocks Jill. Let's try one other thing. Yeah, that's just like if you wanted to display the dog more or less like that. Obviously, it's a zombie dog, not a normal dog, so it is attacking Jill in the video game. I definitely like the diorama connected. It looks really cool. In terms of depth, let me think. I need to measure this. Let me get my measuring tape. Alrighty, folks, so I measured it. The base is actually, if you do just back of his base to front of her base, you're looking about 30, almost 31 inches. Of course, she does have the fact she leans out, but 30 inches, you know, which on this garage shelf, you know, obviously sticks out like 4.5 inches, and I'd worry about Jill falling out. Let's measure how tall Nemesis is. So he himself is roughly 28 inches, you know, and then his base is over 5 inches. Statue as a whole. So to top a Nemesis without the rocket launcher, about 33 inches. To the top of the rocket launcher, you're looking at 36.5 inches. So yeah, definitely a beastly piece. And like I said, he's about 28 inches, which let's measure Sume and see how tall he is. Because I'm just generally curious. You know, Broly is technically a little bit taller. Because he has a much smaller base. So Broly is technically a little bit taller. I think it's also due to his hair. Broly is like thicker. Obviously, he's more muscular. He's a little bit leaner. He's still super like big though. Like he is, you know, nice I mean, realistically, those are 30-inch pythons. He got Hulkster beat. So, yeah, what do you guys think? Do you prefer the dog displayed like this, or do you prefer Jill more forward? You know, I don't like the dog running at her this way. There's just not enough space to display it properly. So it's either the dog in the middle or the dog like this. Yeah, so here it is again, the dog in the middle, which also allows me to put the video game there. Obviously, big gap. So there's definitely pros and cons to both. But there you have it, though, folks. The complete Resident Evil diorama deluxe on all of them. We sold Bruce Lee, bust, and 1/3 to get this. Granted, it wasn't as expensive as how much I sold those for. But it was, you know, definitely worth it. It fits my overall theme better. So, yeah. Next, we're getting Mimir. He was supposed to be delivered yesterday, then today. Still wasn't delivered. Now he's going to be tomorrow. He's in my city. He'll go right there, of course. Boo is just there temporarily. I actually plan to box it up very shortly because it's exiting the collection for DBZ. You know, keeping it like this for this display. And I moved Katie Trunks up here, and I'm going to do Katie Androids next to it until we get Z Warriors. Once we get Z Warriors, we'll do a little, you know, moving around, doing Z Warriors there, Katie Trunks there. Probably move that Trunks either in here or maybe over in here somewhere, and Katie Androids right there. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy it up top shelf. But yeah, Nemesis, very welcome addition, extremely cool statue, huge, you know, Prime 1, amazing detail, amazing concept. Such a huge fan of their video game line. They're some of my favorite statues. It'll look real good once we get the poster up. That's the only final thing we need from the display, and that arrives Monday. So I'll post a photo on the gram. You guys can see that. Nice thing is, you know, technically I can put a full statue right here. Right now it's just Piccolo, but I was actually thinking of getting Gotenks by Cloud Studios and throwing it there. I think that would work good. It's small and it would fit good. So we could definitely do Gotenks right there. Technically I could do the zombie dog. I could also technically do the zombie dog right there if I needed to, but you know, we're going to go ahead and keep it like this for now. And I'll probably get Gotenks to go there. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. No, there's not a way for me to put it connected with RE2. I know some people wanted that. If I was to put this on this wall, I'd have to do them side by side, not in the diorama. There's just no way to do the diorama unless you like angled it diagonally this way, then maybe. But I'm going to go ahead and keep it here unless we decide to do Kratos bust somewhere else and do a God of War display. It's going to remain here. Plus, I think this really is a good location for it. The only other Resident Evil statues I would love to get, I mean, Ada Wong, she's a hot Asian. And Lady D from Resident Evil 8, the Prime 1 version. I think that's really sick. And I actually do have one extra video game spot I've determined. You know, once we get like Mimir, Kratos bus, Last of Us, it's all going to go here. I actually think I might just do Uncharted right there next to Bloodborne. Move Neo there, Uncharted there. And then I could do Ellie Last of Us 2 right there. Or I could do something else. But I might just do Ellie to complete that Last of Us having both games. I may consider that. We also may consider something else. I'm not going to pre-order her. You know, I'd order her in stock if she fits my collection at that time. I would love to get the full dio, but no space. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think of Nemesis. He's a solid, let me think. I mean, based off the video game, it's like a perfect, you know, statue of it. You know, I do prefer the previous Nemesis look, but this statue is substantially better than the HCG Nemesis I used to own. Substantially better in every possible way. The detail on that one and the base was horrible. So this is by far better. You know, the statue is definitely huge. Lots of switch outs, amazing detail and paint out. So I can't really complain. So, I mean, it really is like a perfect representation of Resident Evil 3 and Nemesis. So nothing to complain about, honestly. So for a video game 1/4, it's a 10 in my book. Alrighty, folks. See you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.